Soma's ties to public security may lead to his undoing. By seizing the puppet himself, Yagami seeks to pull down the puppet master holding the strings. To do so, he forms a temporary alliance with the fugitive Koana. But Soma arrives to carve a bloody path into a hideaway no one should know about. Reiko Kusamoto's betrayal has proven more volatile than anyone could have guessed.
Genda-sensei, they're calling last night's bombing a terrorist attack. The body they recovered was burnt beyond recognition.
That was a Kaike-kun, right? The one Yagami mentioned?
Yes, I believe so. Nothing about Soma or RK in the article either. Could public security be tampering with the press?
I wouldn't give public security that much credit. Besides, if a bomb goes off in a deserted public place, it's only natural for the police to assume it's terrorism.
Right, I guess when you put it that way.
Unfortunately, even if they do identify a Kaike-kun, the ones responsible are Koana and Soma, two guys who are totally off the grid. Any investigation would grind to a halt, probably end up as another unsolved mystery.
If the public learned the bombing was tied to Ihara's battery case, jaws would hit the floor.
Yeah. Anyway, where's Yagami? You heard from him since last night?
No, we've been in touch via email, though. He's on his way to a hospital now.
Great. What'd he get himself into now?
If he's actually going to the hospital, does that mean it's serious?
Don't worry, he's fine. He's just going to meet with someone about the case.
Who'd want to meet up at a hospital?
Reiko Kusamoto.
"13 years. I still can't believe it. Waking up and finding out you're suddenly 30.
Take your time. You'll adjust eventually.
Work again?
I won't be long. I just need to take a quick meeting. Now put down that mirror already.
Oh.
So, you sold Koana out to public security because Mitsuru-kun woke up. Does that about sum it up? You waited 13 years for Mitsuru-kun to wake up. If you turn yourself in now, you'd lose him all over again.
There's that. Going forward, he needs to stand on his own 2 feet and rebuild his life. It'll take time. He's at a disadvantage as it is. And to brand him the child of a murderer on top of that, I couldn't.
Where are we?
Hey, Mom.
Mitsuru! Mitsuru!
It's incredible. Finally, he's woken up. Doesn't this change everything? I think you may want to reconsider what you told me, Kusumoto-san. Alone, I'm sure you could have lived with the weight of your choice, but now you have something you'd sacrifice everything to protect. He's so precious, but he's also so fragile he could come crashing down without even a warning. You're going to have to be his shield, Kusumoto-san. We'll do it together. With your cooperation.
I have to do what I can to protect you.
I sup you're covered on Kawano will be another body for the pile soon. Hell, maybe I'm in trouble myself.
How was he yesterday?
Well, as soon as RK showed up for him, he knew you'd stabbed him in the back. I can't really say how that made him feel. Until now, he'd been adamant about ensuring you stayed out of this. He said no one could blame you for what you did to Shinya Kawai. Kawana put his life on the line for you. You failed to silence him, and you let him get away. That means whatever happens next, it's his move. And whatever he does to you, none of my business. As for me, I have no evidence on Kawai's murder, so you're off my list too. I only came here today because I wanted to know why you betrayed Kawana. That's all. I hope Mitsuru-kun has a speedy recovery.
Back already, Yagamishi. How are you feeling after last night? That shockwave from the blast took you down.
Oh yeah. That was something else, I gotta say.
Doc, you made it. We've been asking around if anyone...
You don't want to know how that went.
No lead.
For as soon as they spot Kuwan.
Kuwana gave this to me yesterday.
Isn't that Toshiro Ehara? Kawana-san called you out there just to give you this?
Yep. He told me to give it to Ehara.
What the... Oh man, it looks like it's cracked.
Can you take a look at it, Tsukumo? I get the feeling it's no ordinary pendant.
Certainly.
Not handing it over to Ehara till you know what the deal is?
Well, he won't mind, will he? Besides, I damn near got blown up over that thing.
Speaking of, Yagamishi, what's the status of Ehara's sexual battery trial?
Saori-san's preparing for the appeal. Still no date, but the courts are working as fast as they can. If they accept the case and it goes to trial, they'll find out about Kuwana one way or another.
And that'd put Reiko Kusumoto in public security in the shithouse, right?
Right. If Kuwana and his murders come to light, anyone connected to Reiko Kusumoto could be suspected as an accomplice. And if that happens, she'd lose any control she had over the pension fund.
Interesting.
Everyone wants their own brand of justice to come out on top. But enough is enough. If we don't handle this, public security will take out Kuwana. And I can't let him die like that.
Then, what's your next move?
Gonna head to Ehara's trial and back up Saori-san. Feels like we've come full circle.
I'd argue the opposite, Yagamishi. The circumstances surrounding the trial are completely different this time around. I can't help but consider how grand a task simply seeking the truth could be.
Seriously. But exposing the truth is the only way to save some and get justice for others. We can't just stay quiet and watch.
Sounds like you're seeing the light. Detective work's not so bad, is it?
Can you guys keep an eye out for Kuwana and Ijincho? I need to go over Ehara's case with Saori-san.
10-4. We'll amp up surveillance.
We're going too, Sukiura. Time to get shit done.
Right on!
Wow, looks like we've got a full house.
Shirosaki-sensei asked me to come by. She said they needed some business handled while you were out of town.
I find it hard to believe she'd put it that way.
Maybe not. Either way, I don't mind helping.
Yagami-san, you're just in time. I think we should conduct another interview with Ihara-san.
Okay, but what will we talk about?
If we want to claim he's innocent of battery, then we need to prove he's the one who murdered Mikoshiba at the same time. But since the murder...
Basically...
So your plan is to...
I know it's a long shot.
I'd like to come...
Excuse me?
I'd prefer if
Mouth
you would...
on this kid.
Hey, Haro, so...
I'll see...
Sounds good.
Sure.
What? I am...
I'll call you...
Sure thing.
I'm going to try and get... Even though they're separate... Oh, and he got...
Sorry for keeping...
Camera.
Isn't that just the worst? So the murder footage can't be used as evidence. I was hoping it'd be played in court for all to see.
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no problem. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept you murdered Mikoshiba. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and they would refuse to accept it.
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for battery, and I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kuwana planned. We just don't have the evidence to prove it.
My condolences.
Which reminds me, you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out of prison, right? Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate the law for letting a murderer walk free.
Exactly. The public must know that the law can't be trusted. Personally, I hope the media hops all over it.
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder so your confession holds water. Maybe you've got something like that in your back pocket already? Because we'd sure...
Handy.
What if... Maybe it's a... Well,
no.
Maybe even...
Nice.
The murder...
Get it? A knife, if it were...
Any norm... You got... If you... know... Well, you...
And...
Yeah. That... Kawana's... Public... At this... Burying him will be the least...
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grab the tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is... public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kawana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Har-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kawana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Yagami-san. Do you remember my original request? To look into both Ihara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? Ihara-san's trial. I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
Sure about that? You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
I know that.
Huh? You do?
Hello?
Doc.
Just got back to...
Over at the Leo
Oh,
house.
right.
Make your way over.
Well,
Yeah.
look at... Oh, you morons. Looks like the gang's all...
Everyone but the star...
That isn't it?
Welcome back.
Nice. So you're really gonna stand in court again?
Just to give Sari-san some support.
Ah, I see. Does that mean I don't need to be present for Ahara-san's appeal?
Huh? How would I know? Isn't that more of a Sari-san question?
If Yagami's there, I don't see why you gotta be. You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun. You still gonna have a job if you're redundant?
I have been plenty useful. At least a little.
Should a lawyer really have to say that? This guy is kind of...
Ha!
So where's Kuwana?
Yeah.
Arcade.
On the flip...
Well, yeah, I think
Alive? Yes. Unharmed? I can't say. When I saw him, he was... The real problem is what happens next. Now that he knows...
I'd never look. Maybe cool. Maybe...
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Hoshino-kun.
Yeah.
After only read...
She let us...
Did a heart...
She said
She didn't care...
According to her...
Really?
Well, there's no...
Made for...
What's the word on...
Everywhere they steer us.
Plus, they're...
Harassing.
You know, then enough.
That's some...
Bullshit.
And Soma? He's...
Nah, and Soma.
especially...
That about rapid...
Tsukumo-san and Sugiura-san do some impressive work.
Yeah. You don't hold a candle to them, Hoshino-kun.
Black belt in karate, and you never even use it.
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho. Enjoy yourself, Higashi-san.
What about you, Tak? Want to call it a night? Tesso said he'll let us stay if you do.
No skin off my back.
So,
If I can...
Hey, yeah. Really? He's... Tsukumo-kun, Yagami-san's here.
Something up?
Yes, it's about the pendant Kawana-san gave you. Turns out, it was just a decoy after all.
Decoy? For what?
For what was inside. The cracks in the pendant and on it.
Video.
It's the...
That doesn't make sense. Why would Kawana put his life on the line just to give me that? I mean, RK came after him and everything. And all for a video that's already all over the internet?
Yes, except the video on that card is the original. All the others were copies of this source. In layman's terms, this is the master tape. Or in film, it'd be the negative. With no additions or modifications of any kind.
What do you mean? And how do you know for sure?
So this SD, you can't usually buy it if you were to take a... It's what forensics teams use when photographing crime scenes. Which means...
That means...
Yeah, the video on here is the sole original. That's why he'd only leave it in the hands of someone he...
Kawana asked me to give this...
After which I...
And it, that's...
So hey...
Hey, I'm sorry to bug you.
Matsu? What are you doing here?
I was talking to the MRC guys earlier. They said you'd be at this detective agency.
Everything okay?
Well, so...
Akane's the... So, wanna tell me more?
They're these thugs from Tokyo. RK, they're called.
Okay. What else?
They got her so comfortable she blurted out some stuff she probably shouldn't have. Stuff about you, Yagami-san.
Well, what's... What?
So
she did...
Yeah,
Can you try
actually...
What about Akane?
Oh.
Hello?
Akane, where are you right now?
The last place Mikoshiba-sensei went. I'm with our master.
Who is this? Don't! Do you guys even understand?
Better.
What's happening?
Matsu, you stay here. Tsukumo!
I'll contact Kaito-san and Higashi-san for help. And I'll...
Perfect.
Let's go, Yagami-san. Hurry up, or I'm leaving without you.
What's up?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. My Rhoda-san and Akane-san are with some men. About 20 of them.
Where's Kaito-san and Higashi?
I've contacted them. They're on their way now.
Good.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey! He's here! It's Yagami!
Talk. This where those RK guys are holed up? He's Soma with them?
Nobody's had eyes on him yet. Just a sec. Tsukumo?
I've confirmed the enemy position, Yagami-shi. They have our 2 young hostages surrounded, so a head-on assault would be too dangerous. Naturally, I've already come up with some countermeasures we can run. Would you care to hear my plan?
You always come through, man. Okay then. Walk us through it.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. Too scared to come without all your little bodyguard buddies?
Not like you've got room to talk. How many shitheads does it take to watch these girls?
I never thought it would end up like this. You believe me, don't you?
Yeah. But we'll have to save the lecture for after all this is over. You'll be free soon. That goes for you too, Koda-san.
You so sure about that?
You kidnapped them to get to me? Well, here I am, so let's go.
We did lure you here, so we can beat your sorry ass to death.
Okay, then. So what was your plan? Throw all these guys at us as soon as we kick down the door?
We're smarter than that, you know.
Yeah. We knew you'd have some backup!
Here comes! Let's take out the trash! Yagami! Hands where I can see them! And same for you two!
Hey, calm down. I've got one more thing. I'm not a big fan of guns.
Huh?
Shit! Up there!
Face the wrath of Ishitsu Yokohama 99! The wicked shall be smited and retribution shall be swift!
You're dead!
Come on. Did you really think one gun was enough to take out a crew like us? If you did, you were wrong.
You two sit tight a little longer. But just to warn you, I'm gonna go hard on these guys. If you want to see some asses kicked, don't blink, okay?
Let's get going. I want him down before the smoke clears.
Yeah. Come on!
Step away from the window! Here we go! We are ready to go! Here we go!
Let's go!
we go!
Die!
We are ready to go! I shall assist you! We are ready to go! We are ready to go! I shall assist you!
Let's go!
I shall assist you! Here we go!
Good job,
We are ready to go! I shall assist you!
Thanks. You saved us. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your... Besides, I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
Coda, I'm really sorry. It's all right. Well, I'm gonna head home.
Soma?
What? Who?
Kane, get back!
Huh?
Here all by yourself? What are you trying to pull?
Oh, I'm just here to talk. To be honest, Kuwano's put us in...
How so?
Well, he's got Kawai's body. Been on ice for what?
Yeah.
Problem is, if that happened, no doubt.
Yeah.
Reiko, it would be unfortunate. She's on our... So it's you. I protect... That's right. If that's much... But in...
Right.
But if there's one difference between the two of us, it's that I find my work enjoyable. It gives me purpose. When I dirty my hands, it's in the service of order. It goes back to a necessary evil to maintain peace in this country. In my eyes, peace does require violence. It only works when killers are below the surface, keeping it afloat.
Sawa-sensei too? Is that the peace you want?
Yoko Sawa? She did have to die. She almost connected the Mikoshiba case to Kuwano. She was getting very close to it. She may even have figured out Reiko Kusamoto was involved. The fewer people who know a secret, the better kept the secret stays. I don't remember even hesitating on that call. And I think that means... Well, you guys won't like hearing this, but it was justified.
You asshole!
Whoa, whoa. Don't fly off the handle now. I haven't finished what I had to say.
What the fuck?
Did I mention how much of a pain in the ass Kuwana made this? He negotiated for your lives, using Kauai's body as leverage over us.
What?
So relax, would you? I don't plan on killing you here.
Then why even show your sorry face?
The trial for Ehara-san is coming up, right? You know, the groping thing. I've come here with a request that I hope you'll consider.
This from you?
Reiko Kusamoto's name is not to come up during the Ehara trial. That shouldn't be so hard, right? Shirosaki-sensei would have to agree to this too.
And if we were to refuse?
Nothing. It's Kusamoto-san's request. She is asking nice.
What?
A mother doesn't want her child branded a murderer's son. Could you give her that much? And that's all. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
You think so, huh? Why put off what we can settle now? Soma! Akane!
Akane-chan! Why am I...
A paint gun? You okay?
That son of a...
Well, hell, that's gotta hurt. But a bruise sure beats the alternative, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say he got us good with that one.
Yeah. But that was a terrible call. If Soma hadn't been packing a paint gun, that would have been really bad. You two are more important than him. I should have prioritized protecting you.
Yagami-san.
You've been brave. I'm sure this was really scary for you. We'll need to do things one step at a time, Kaito-san. We can't tackle it all at once. First thing, Ehara's groping appeal needs to become a murder trial that outs Kuwana and his students. That way, if public security is our real enemy here, we'll have the prosecution and the courts on our side. That'll be on me. I'll reveal a truth no one can deny.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much your specialty. Send that asshole to jail, for good.
You've got this, Yagami-san.
Whoa. This is crazy. Why is he so hot? Am I right?
Huh. Just a minute ago, she got shot. And now look at her.
Teenagers. Hello? Yeah, I'm getting ready now, Sari-san. Oversleep? I would never... Okay. Yep. Alright, see you at the courthouse.
Held on violation of Shinjuku Station's anti-nuisance ordinance, the defendant of this appeal is active duty officer Akihiro Ihara. He was previously convicted and sentenced to 6 months. However, the defense wholly rejects the sexual battery charge and asserts his innocence.
The prosecution points to 2 pieces of evidence to prove the defendant guilty. One is the security camera footage from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku Station. The other is fiber traces from the victim's undergarments on the defendant's hand. The defense maintains this was not sufficient evidence to issue a guilty verdict. We have prepared counter-arguments to each piece of the prosecution's evidence.
How does the prosecution respond?
We maintain the original sentence was perfectly adequate. That is all.
Then first, let's examine the security footage from Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station submitted at the first trial. This is footage of Ikebukuro Station on October 7th at 7:43 a.m. The individual wearing sunglasses and a mask is believed to be the defendant. This person remains in the area for over an hour, watching as countless trains make their stops. At 9:06 a.m., he locates the victim of this case. Then he boards the train and pursues her. This footage of the station platform is from when the suspect and victim... Of course, the victim claimed the defendant moved in a suspicious manner once the train left Ikebukuro Station, ultimately placing his hand under her skirt. However, the goal, in other words, this instance of sexual battery was the original...
This is merely...
Yes, however...
Would you... The assailant fled the train and was caught shortly after on the Shinjuku Station platform. Many nearby the impact, there's no mistake upon arrival. With that said, there's a very real possibility the offender who ran off the train, we have the What do you think of this? Oh, really?
Wait,
Oh.
Now let...
Okay, and this is... What do you think of this? Oh, really?
Wait, what? Something...
Oh.
Now let's...
Okay, the offender, and this... What do you think of this? Oh,
Wait,
really?
what?
Oh.
Now...
Okay, and this... What do you think of it? Oh.
Wait,
Oh.
Now...
Okay, the and this is...
So then...
Pull yourself.
Yeah. Okay, the offender, and this... If you'll that's correct. First, the victim and the offender ran onto the platform as soon as the train doors opened. The train car they boarded is here on this map. We've marked the offender's route. The lighter areas on... More people passed, however, that...
I see.
Yes. Defendant, when you were issued the verdict and aware that wasn't despite the... How did you manage...
That's right.
Toshiro Ihara was found dead. Afterward, the defendant's...
Yes?
Ihara-san, can you tell us why you sued...
There were rumors my son, unfortunately...
And these rumors...
They were.
Of the bullies mentioned, Mikoshi... Were you aware of...
I was.
Would you say you...
Objection. The defense's question is irrelevant. Also, the courtroom...
How does the...
The timing of the battery incident makes this case an... We believe...
Very well.
Please keep... Of course. In other words, on the date, it became his alibi. A 6 month... That's all. His stand... Raw... And it's on the prosecution to refute...
Fine. The defense's argument about the security camera's blind spot is flimsy at best. While the defendant was running, his female victim was chasing after him. Surely the victim would have seen it, yet the victim provided no such testimony.
The victim, Yui Mamiya, was an accomplice in the scheme.
Objection! This is an insult to the victim. Such claims harm the integrity of all women.
My apologies.
Yui
Yeah.
What kind of defense lawyer?
Yeah. We have good. In fact, we
beg pardon.
That would defend. Yes, we do. In actuality, she wasn't the only conspirator who helped stage the groping. The bystander who captured the defendant, the witness who recorded the incident on his smartphone. Both men, in conjunction with the victim, were classmates from the same high school. Which means, strange as it sounds, that these seemingly unrelated individuals were in fact all acquaintances. It's clear that this was a carefully organized and planned event.
Our investigation discovered they all graduated from Kurokawa Academy in Tokyo 13 years ago. Additionally, Yoko Sawa, the teacher who was killed in Ijincho, graduated from the same class. 4 years ago, she was the teacher of the defendant's son, Toshiro-kun. We believe this indicates a connection between the Kurokawa Academy graduates and this case.
Of course, that's as deep as we need to go on that. We've simply presented the possibility that multiple conspirators were present when the defendant was apprehended. And as long as such a possibility exists, the defense asserts the defendant cannot be found guilty.
Your Honor, may I speak?
What is it?
I haven't committed murder. Per my conviction, I am just a pervert who victimized a woman on the train. Everything else is in the defense's imagination.
Defendant. How does...
It's to refresh
Now,
it, but please, as I...
Please proceed.
That's just internet footage with no known origins.
No. This footage is from the SD card in the camera used to record it. This is a write once, anything after serving your time. You intended to release this to the public. But Kawana...
I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it! Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Defendant, in that footage, is the person in the white raincoat you?
You could say it looks like me.
The person you killed is Hiro Mikoshiba. According to the autopsy report, he died sometime after 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. Therefore, it can only be that the person who passed through the ticket gate shortly after at 7:43 a.m. was not you, but your stand-in. As the defense, we cannot allow our client's conviction of sexual battery to stand in light of this footage. May we continue questioning the defendant?
How does the prosecution respond?
Even if I just
so good.
The the person on
we believe if you look we learn
then we
no
I don't. He said the murder footage has excellent.
You're on.
Denied. Both the it would be
By that
I will admit, but no, I must defend.
Your Honor, following the defendant's last statement, we have a few more questions.
Understood. Please proceed.
What's next?
As for Hiro Mikoshiba's murderer,
I won't then.
You sound...
You're on.
Ihara-san, nope.
You're on.
Defend.
But without... Am I getting... No. Kawana's... Take a listen to this.
What is
even that's
Toshiro and a few will never I'll know and yet believe they
after isn't this except sup and the meaning. Or is my understanding incorrect? You would say you're completely unaware of the details about your son in this recording. Kawana had it. Didn't he play it for you?
I never heard it. Regardless of the content, it has nothing to do with me.
So you say. In that case, let's just assume then that Kawana and I are the only ones in possession of this audio recording. And considering that Kawana has all but vanished without a trace, that would actually make this the only copy, and me the sole owner. No backup exists.
What are you getting at?
This has no value in this courtroom, then I'm afraid it's never gonna have a value beyond today. And being that you claim it's unrelated to you or this case, then it wouldn't bother you if I were to delete it from my phone right here and now.
Why would... That's crazy. I wouldn't!
Okay. Then tell me why I shouldn't do it.
Because Mikoshiba was a man who should never have escaped being judged. That's the proof of my son's pain. The proof that everyone ignored. That recording is all I have left of him! I took the school to court because Toshiro deserved justice. But all they could say is that the cause of his suicide couldn't be determined. In the end, not a single person was held responsible. No proof, no justice. My son was hung out to dry.
Yes. That's all true.
All of you. You're all so incompetent. You see yourselves as these paragons of law and justice. Yet the truth slips right through your fingers. And then, my alibi made you a mockery. I made it so real. You passed me off as just another pervert. You were gullible. Every single one of you. Toshiro threw his life away and justice was blind to his pain. Mikoshiba walked free because of you. You condone murder and call yourselves the law. That's why I did it. I took Mikoshiba's life with my own hands.
This is coming in hot. Remember that pervert cop? Turns out he's actually a murderer.
To recap, you killed Hiro Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then headed to Shinjuku Station where you and Kawana pulled off a switch, and there you were ultimately arrested as a groper.
Yeah. That's right.
Defendant, you bear animosity for the whole system. We can't just take your words at face value. If you're responsible for Mikoshiba-san's murder, can you bring forward any evidence, or just the murder footage?
To tell you the truth, I have something that I was holding on to for the impact that it would have. It's very real evidence that the law has failed us.
What have you been hiding then? Will it prove you killed Mikoshiba?
Yes.
Then what is it?
If you go to my wife's apartment, you'll find my son's altar there. In it, you'll find the weapon I used for the crime, the knife I murdered him with. It still has Mikoshiba's blood on it.
Wait a minute, Genda-sensei. I prayed at that altar.
Well, I guess you can lead a horse to water.
Very well, then. We'll open an investigation.
Defense. Will there be anything further?
No matter how justified, vengeance is not something we can ever take into our own hands. That said, in the case of Ahara-san, our system failed him. We know the law strives to be just, but it failed to prove Toshiro-kun was bullied. That's not justice. Not when no one is held responsible. The law, as well as those who enforce it, are far from perfect. So to the court, I say let this case be a lesson. The law is failing to save people who need saving.
It's clear proceedings should be adjourned. At a later time when Mikoshiba-san's murder weapon is recovered, we can resume the trial. I'm willing to do that via a special exception. Defense, prosecution, is that clear?
No objections.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Well, Kanagawa PD called from the Ehara residence. They've recovered the knife. I'm ashamed to admit that I was so blind to his scheme.
Well then, that makes two of us.
Seems I underestimated you. And the worst part of all, I was arrogant. Legal authority and organizational connections should never be held above the pursuit of truth. I'm glad you were able to make me see that again. Thank you.
Nah.
You've come a long way.
Genda-sensei.
Prosecutor Takano's been stubborn as hell from the day he passed the bar. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can stand in his way. Not even his own boss. And he only bows once in a blue moon, so I hope you remember this.
Typical Genda law. I'm never going to like you.
You two really pulled it off. Great job.
Yagami-san.
It's Kusumoto, the Vice Minister.
Bondo.
He's from public security?
Right.
You handled that with such grace, Yagami-sensei. It's no wonder Kuwana holds you in such high regard.
What brings you here?
Yagami-sensei, would you mind if we talked alone?
Why, though? Something we can't hear?
The more you know, the more you risk. You'd be endangering your own lives. If you're willing to accept that, feel free to stay.
We'll clear the room. At this point, we'd just be getting in Yagami-san's way.
It was nearly a month ago that Kusumoto-san received a letter, though we were unable—
What did it say?
Soma Kuwana hid Shinya Kawai. If that's sir, as such, we—
I never met because you want.
Is that Kawana?
Kusumoto-san, is Yagami there? Put me on speaker, please.
Go ahead.
So, it seems Ehara-san's trial was a big success. He took our failing legal system and turned it on its head. Couldn't have done it without you.
I don't know what you're thinking, but public security has to be tracing this call. You have a plan?
Nope, not this time. That's why I'm using my own phone. And that's just the way I want it. Can't run forever, you know.
What the hell are you saying? They catch you, you're a dead man.
That's exactly why I'm negotiating to prevent that. Kusumoto-san.
Yes.
I'll be upfront with you. I never imagined the day would come that you would be the one to betray me. But if I had to guess, Mitsuru-kun must have woke up. If that's the case, then Kawai's murder, your whole past, you're not the only one it stands to ruin. If all that comes into the light, Mitsuru-kun will be labeled the son of a murderer.
Exactly. I can't let that... That's the one thing I need to prevent.
I know. That's good. That's exactly what you should be doing. So please, don't stop now on my behalf. Enough is enough. You and your son have been through enough hell. I want to protect Mitsuru-kun too. Almost as much as his mother.
Where is Kawai's body? Tell me.
I can only assume this call is being traced, so even as we speak, I'm standing somewhere very close to it.
You gave us the location. I'm going to dispatch Soma.
Kawana! Where are you?
I'm in Injincho. If I take even one step out of this city, I'd be powerless. I've got nowhere else left to go.
Kawana!
After they find Kawai's body and Kawana is taken care of, I'm next on the list. Bando can act at his own discretion. If he wants me gone, he'll be able to silence anyone who could know too much. Sawa-sensei was just the first victim. You yourself have sealed this fate, you know. Will you tell him? Will you tell Mitsuru-kun about Sawa-sensei?
Surely you know it wasn't my fault. Sawa-san's death was a tragedy. I never imagined that would happen.
What about Kawana? Can you imagine how his death is gonna play out in a few hours? I can, but I'm not gonna let him go down without a fight. Which means, I'm going to Ijincho.
I can talk some sense into Bando. I won't allow him to kill indiscriminately. So please, don't go out there to risk your life.
That's how it works. No promises. Tsukumo, Kawana's still out in Ijincho. Soma and RK are heading there too. We need to get to him fast.
Wait, are you sure about that?
You should be able to pick up some chatter. Pinpoint the location. I'm on my way. I'll talk to you soon. Tsukumo?
I see you've arrived in Ijincho safe and sound.
What's happening? Is RK on the move?
Oh yes. A picture began circulating on the internet not long ago. It was likely Kawana-san who put it out there. I just sent it over to you.
Hang on. Is this Shinya Kawai? That's his body.
Indeed it is. I data mined the image and found out it was taken just minutes ago. I also have the location. It's a warehouse company on Yokohama's coast, and Kawana's uncle came up as the proprietor.
You mean Siren's owner? Send me the warehouse's address.
Actually, Sugirashi is driving there with Kaito-san and Higashi-san right now. If you want to ride, take Ishizaki Road and head to Tsurukame Highway.
Can't count how many times you've come through for me, Sugimo.
Just trying to return the many favors, Yagamishi.
Cop, over here. These RK assholes are like bananas. They only come in bunches.
I take it they don't want us getting to Kawana-san?
Guess they were expecting us. Sure are making a big show of it. What are those people doing?
Should we call the cops?
Kaito-san, we're running out of time. Let's wrap this up quick.
Yeah. Can't you see we're in a hurry? Quit stalling and come get some.
before! Freeze!
Somehow they never show up when you need them. But they're right there when it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Think this bunch is with public security?
I'm not sure. Either way, we don't have time to deal with them.
Hey! Relax, fellas. I can vouch for these guys.
Nabe-san.
The lid came off the Mikoshiba case. We can investigate the connection to Ehara. But what the hell are you guys doing here?
Kawana's in a tight spot, actually. Can I count on you? Will the cops help?
What do you mean by a tight spot?
Take a step back, please. These men are gonna be under our jurisdiction.
This has to wait. We're dealing with a matter of life and death here.
Be quiet!
Hey, I told you I could vouch for these guys. Why don't we all just chill out and let them explain what they're doing?
Hey! What the hell? I suggest you stay out of this. Okay, name and department. Our orders are coming from way higher up the chain than yours, sir. So again, stay out of this. There's nothing stopping me from arresting the detective. Or do you want to try me?
And do your orders include going around belting us with your batons?
We're about to have a problem here, aren't we?
All four of you, put your hands up and face the car. I said, move!
Oh, damn! It's Yagami-san! What brings you all the way out here?
Matsu? Akane?
Hey! Stop that!
Whoa! Back off, dude!
Hey, check it out! These goddamn cops, they're jacking my friend's food because they're shady as fuck! I'm no expert, but is that shit legal?
Nice. Sugiura, start the car.
Okay.
Ah! Hey! Kirby cop! There's a cop here and he's creeping on me!
Those kids aren't even half bad.
Let's roll!
Hey, stop the car!
Shit!
Let's go!
Tesso.
Looks like everybody's on our side. Except RK and the cops.
Great. Kawana's gonna be waiting for us.
I'm on it. Going as fast as I can.
Tsukumo, we're just about at the place. You got a visual?
Yeah, the view's great from up here, Yagami-shi. From my position, it looks like RK is swarming the whole building.
And Soma?
I can't confirm his location, unfortunately. Kawana-san either.
Okay. So give me a number here. How many RK we got?
I'd say about 100.
100?
It's a massive warehouse, so they need all the manpower they can get. They seem to have fanned out to search for Kawai's body. The good news is there's no indication they found it yet.
Tsukumo-kun, got any bright ideas for where I should park this thing?
I'm afraid it won't matter too much. The enemy already knows you're en route. You'll have a welcoming party no matter where you decide to enter from.
That works. Just means we get to show up and beat down the front door.
Are you guys ready?
Hey, anyone else getting some good deja vu from kicking a bunch of asses in a downpour?
I'm pretty pumped, actually. It's reminding me I'm alive, you know?
Come on, man. Are you that bored back in Kamurocho?
Let's go!
Great. More of them.
Hey, we've got company. Guess the watch isn't doing their job.
What are they so...
Yeah, they're just ransacked.
This is all...
That's it. Break time!
You know,
if you didn't listen,
and we'll...
Whoa, what is it?
Hell, what the...
Might be some arcade down...
Huh? The hell were the guys up there even doing? Come on, let's trash them!
Let's roll then.
Won't open? Maybe they barred it from the other side.
Hey.
Let's see if we... What the...
Hey, suspicious. Hey, suspicious. Uh-huh. What the? Hey. You guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got.
I have to do something about this right now.
Here we go.
That door looks like it leads...
It's locked. Let me see if I can pick it. Almost there. Got it.
You're the man, Yagami-san.
Hey! Hold her right there!
God damn. How many of these guys are there?
Tak! Sugiura! Higashi and I'll keep them busy. You guys go on ahead.
Counting on both you guys.
Another pile of shit. Well, Yagami-san, I guess we can handle this. No RK around here. Yagami-san, find a way to follow me from where you're at.
Still more of them.
어? 난다 때문에.
Yagami-san! I'm a little tied up over here myself. Go on ahead, yeah?
Hey, you alright?
Think so. In better shape than Koana-san, at least. Now hurry up, Yagami-san!
Damn it. You better be right behind me.
You know I will!
What the? Hey, what the? Hey.
stop. I gotta think.
Need a lift? Nice job clearing the path. Because of that, I found this!
Come on board!
This ought to be good.
What do you clowns think you're doing? Your asses are dead!
Really, guys?
Let's roll then.
Another elevator. Might take us straight down to the bottom. Kawana-san and Soma are probably...
Yeah, let's go.
Damn it! Why is this taking so long? Find Kawai's body, and Kuwana will show up. Faster you go, faster we get out of here. This air is unbearable.
Sir, do you think Kawana's still around? We already tore this place up. Couldn't he have bailed?
Well, he didn't get out with Kawai's body. No cars have gotten in or out of here since we showed up. Just find the body. We can deal with Kuwana later.
Soma-san! Come check it out! Kawai's body. Sir, I think we found it.
Do you see? You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Yo, how we doing?
Sir, I'm the one who found him. We were just about to pull him out. Ugh, he's so fucking nasty.
Good. Get this thing out of here. I've got a buyer ready to pay quite a premium. Good job, everybody. It's Kuwana. You thought you could hide? Show yourself. Don't you want to try to negotiate?
You call this a negotiation? You don't bring a gun to a ceasefire.
You've led us on a hell of a wild chase, Soma.
Well then. How many mice do we have in the maze? One appears. The weakest dies first. That fucking hurt!
I'm gonna fucking kick this little wimp's ass!
You calling me a wimp, asshole?
Out of my fucking way!
You made it out alive, Yagami.
So, is all this playing out exactly as you planned?
If we can catch this murderer here and put him in chains, then I'd say we're off to a good start.
That's hypocritical, isn't it? You say I'm a killer? What's your body count up to?
I'm just a former Japanese teacher. Sounds to me like you've got it all wrong.
Well, doesn't that figure? The only teacher I ever hated was in my high school Japanese class.
Soma. I don't know if I've ever met a more twisted piece of shit. Undercover agent or whatever. You've crossed the line without giving a damn.
Undercover agent? My men don't need to hear this shit.
Sawa-sensei died at your hands. You deserve what's coming.
I'm afraid that's what you say when you have the upper hand.
Guys, turn it on. Now it's time to give them hell.
Okay.
They're going down!
Oh, yeah!
Let's get this over with.
Yagami!
Stick around, won't you? Behind you.
Anything else up your sleeve? your sleeve? I'm right here. Pay attention.
Next time you open your eyes, you'll be alone, without the darkness to protect you. Bondo, too. He'll abandon you to your fate. To hell with evil being necessary for order. You'll rot in a cell for the rest of your miserable life.
All that's left to do is clean this shit up.
Yo, you might want to stay away from that. Pull it out any further, and it'll set off the bomb I planted.
What?
It could very well end up going off anyway. but that'll be up to me.
Oh, what the fuck? I can't keep track of how many times this guy has changed sides.
As long as Kawai's body exists, Kusumoto-san will never be free. So I'll make sure it's never found again. You guys might want to consider stepping out.
Kawana, you can't do it.
But I can. This was always going to be the backup plan anyway. If you guys hadn't made it down here, I would have blown up both the body and Soma all in one shot. But still, if Soma dies, I'll never get to the one pulling the strings. And Kusumoto-san will never be free of these goddamn shackles.
Kusumoto-san needs to turn herself in. If she keeps trying to hide from all this, she'll be haunted by her past wherever she goes. You'd rather she carry those sins for the rest of her life, than all by herself. Because after today, you won't be there to help anymore. You have to leave. You'll disappear. From here on out, you'll need to live deep in the shadows.
If she turns herself in, she'd never be able to see Mitsuru again. Her son is finally awake, after 13 years in a coma. Does tearing them apart sound like justice to you?
I want nothing more than for everyone involved to get a happy ending. But still, if I turn my back on it now, Sawa-sensei's sacrifice becomes a footnote. That won't work. She can't say her piece without a voice. So if I don't raise mine for her, what justice prevails?
Fine. I'll just push the button. Everyone in here can be blown to hell.
You really gonna do that?
If you guys don't back off, then I will. Do you know how many people I've killed through the years?
Nah. But if you were really that kind of scum, we wouldn't have come down here. You wouldn't be the kind of person worth saving. This one is my fight, guys.
The way I see this, Tak, you and Kuwana both have your reasons. Something to consider. But between the both of you, is there really a right answer?
Bring it on! Bring it on! get some. Bring it on.